Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Ultra League trying to figure out some teams. Different teams here. We're going to be running the Topofini, Armor Mewtwo, and Charizard, Shadow Charizard. So we kind of have a great lead here, so we're going to stay in. Our opponent ends up throwing the Scold, interesting enough. And we end up just throwing a Moonblast. We're expecting them to have two counters. This is Topofini in the back. They end up having the Registeel. This Registeel is going to be pretty good against our Charizard. We decide to wait for them to use some energy. They end up throwing the Zap Cannon to take out the Topofini. And then now here we're going to be switching into our Armor Mewtwo. This Armor Mewtwo, it's going to be facing a Night Splash Onslaught. We do get a shield from the Gliscor here because the Psyshock would do some pretty good damage because of his Shadow variant. And then here we're going to try to get to another Psystrike. Our opponent ends up throwing it right before we get to it, so heads up play by them. They did get the buff. If you heard the sound cue, they did get the buff, attack buff. So we have to shield this next one. And then here we're gonna try our best to farm it down. They actually end up switching out, but because of that, we had a Blast Burn ready and we had a Dragon Claw ready. So we can do the combo play, take out the Registeel, and then take out this Gliscor. So GG's to our opponent right there. That was a great end game for our Shadow Charizard. Just taking advantage of every single spot of potential farm down. Okay, next here, we're going to have the Topofini versus the Charizard. We're expecting them to switch out at some point. Okay, our opponent ends up switching into the Giratina. This Giratina, we're going to be having to take down by committee because we don't have a true counter to this. So now that they revealed that they have a Shadow Sneak, we can come in with our Shadow Charizard, so we don't have to worry about a potential Ancient Power. So that was pretty solid by us because we didn't know if this Giratina was running Ancient Power or not. And because of that, we are able to farm it down after the first charge move. And now we have this Dragon Claw here. We do get a shield. We had another one available, but they also had movement available, so we were not able to get to the second one. And now we're going to come back in with the Topofini because we are very close to the Surf. The Charizard does throw the Blast Burn, which is great for them. And now we have to see if this is going to be a Blast Burn or not. Unfortunately, it is the Dragon Claw. Here, we were trying to debate whether to go for multiple Psystrikes here or go for the Dynamic Punch. Let's see if this Dynamic Punch ends up taking it out, because, it does not. But our opponent ends up quitting because they're not doing super effective fast ones. But that was good to know that Dynamic Punch from about, 70% doesn't KO the Cobalion. So it might have been better to just go for Psystrikes. So here we are met with the Giratina again. This Giratina is a problem for the team. We have to take it down by committee. Somehow, we got to get it low enough, and somehow we got to be able to farm it down. We do get a shield, so this Topofini is doing some good work. Okay, and then this Ancient Power gets the buff, and that is horrible because not only do they get the buff, but they also take take our Topofini out with a move. So they are in a really good situation right now. In fact, they should probably be thinking about keeping this Giratina alive as much as possible. We've basically revealed that we don't have a counter to this Giratina coming in with our Armor Mewtwo here. Alright, so now we are met with the Regirock, and unfortunately this is going to be a GG, so we just let it go, save some time, and move on to the next one. That was just a tough game to deal with. Kind of a bad core to face. Okay, now we have a Virizion versus the Topofini. We decided just to switch out because we have two counters to it. Ends up being the Drapion. This Drapion is going to be pretty spammy. First crunch goes through, doesn't KO. Here, we're just going to throw this Dynamic Punch. Even that Dynamic Punch only did about 30%. So we would need at least another Dynamic Punch, and our opponent knows that, so we're going to let it go. Ends up being the crunch, taking out the Armor Mewtwo. So we do get a shield, which is great, but now we have a situation where we're trying to basically call this. We don't think this is Sludge Bomb, and it is Sludge Bomb, so that was huge. Nice play by my opponent right there. We have to end up shooting this one, even though it's only crunch. And then we are met with a Jellison in the back, and that is also not a great situation for the Shadow Charizard, especially with even shields. We either needed them to bait somehow, or we need to like do a lot of baits or whatever. So they did a great job of getting to these moves. The Surf does take out the Charizard, and this Surf here chips away at Topofini to get it low enough so that it's going to be farmed down eventually. So unfortunate ending right there. Tough team to come back from, especially when we had basically two counters to this Virizion. So we have one more. We got one more. We got the Topofini and Jellison. This Jellison is starting to float around a lot, so if we are going to call a bait, this is the moment. We actually shield a Shadow Ball correctly. Then we get into our own Moonblast. We do get the debuff, which is great. And then our opponent ends up coming into their Cresselia. So we go into our Charizard. We're not shielding the first one. Ends up being the Moonblast. So at least we know that they don't have Future Sight. And then here, we're trying to maximize energy, but also trying to take it out. They go for another Moonblast. It does not KO. And then we're going to be potentially taking out this Cresselia. Cresselia goes down. And, we don't get to that Dragon Claw right there. And here comes that dreaded Giratina. The Giratina in the back is pretty tough for us here. Ends up being the Shadow Sneak. The good news is we do have some energy on our RA Mewtwo, and we do have a shield, but I don't see how we're gonna take out this Giratina. So they actually end up letting the Giratina go down so that they can farm with the Jellison, which is smart. Because now they are able to get to that Shadow Ball, forcing us to shield. And now we have no shield, and here we're just trying to get to a Moonblast here to try to get the debuff some way again. Let's see. get some good damage off, but no debuffs. So this Shadow Ball right here is going to do good enough to where it potentially could be farmed down, or it's just going to faint to a Surf. So GG's to our opponent right there. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed that video.